Brianna. Welcome to My Life on Paper, where paper and pictures tell my story. Welcome to Series 16. It's day 2 of Christy's Beautiful Life in 30 Days of Sketches, Series 16. Here's our exclusive sketch by Shaun Stiles Lahr, and I will have her information listed below. Like I promised yesterday, I have a concert page today. I did get a head start on it. I am using Scrapbook Generation. It's called Pianoforte Plus by Debbie Rush Sanders. It's their exclusive paper line for Scrapbook Generation, and it's got there's squares and there's um, circles and there's um, hexagons, and I'm using a little bit of all of them, and I think I'm like I have paper left, but all the embellishment pieces I'm using up on this sheet. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's some like banner pieces, like you can see the one up on the top. It says, what does it say? Music Maker. So at first I gave the squares that are on the bottom a little bit of a white edge, and then you'll see me come in and trim off the white edges because they were too wide on the bottom part on one side only, and I think the other side I took pattern paper and filled in some of the spots where I didn't have enough of the squares, and so between that and the hexagons and different things going on the right hand side, I didn't have to trim off the white pieces on the right hand side. So I did grab out an 8.5 by 11 piece of polka dot paper, the gray, that I am layering under the photo, similar to what is in the sketch. And then I'll get those laid down. I'll glue everything down with my ATG. I use some of the pattern papers. What I really do is when I go into my collection or my papers, I will look for the pieces, the scraps first, and I will use those for my, what I can for the page first. And the scrap for the top there just worked perfectly, and that was the last piece of that paper, but I love how it brings all the different colors of the collection in. I will use the Music Maker as my title there on the left. On the bottom, it says Sweet Notes in a Hexagon. Um, what else? Oh, and so then I bring these other things in, and I barely use any of these other items. I mean, I've got stickers, I've got word stickers, I've got lots of like gold um, circles, and then I even have some like gem type things in gold and silver. And I kept it a little bit more simple. I was finished and I thought maybe I should go back with some like notes, but I think I just like the simplicity of it. So there's already going on a lot with the different patterns on the bottom. That gold and that black stripe paper on the right hand side on the bottom was just a scrap of paper I had in my stash. So I'm 2 for 2 on the sketches for this month. Um, I know I will not keep up with every day, but I do have them planned out for this week. Cross your fingers. I'll be able to keep up with this week. I really super love doing 2-page layouts with all these photos on 2-page layouts. So just super excited for that. So thank you to Christy for putting this on. Everybody sends in their exclusive sketch, and she puts it all together for us. So below you will see the playlist that's got all the sketches on it. Make sure to check that out and see if you can find anybody new to follow. I will also link the Facebook group below, and you can check that out. There is an album of all the sketches, and then everybody's takes on the sketches too, so that you can add your own take on the sketch. In case you are new to my channel, this is the band Soul Asylum. There's only one original member. It's the guy, the third one to the left up there. That is Dave Perner. Next to Dave on the left is my husband Daryl. It was his birthday that day, and they all they didn't sing happy birthday, but they did say happy birthday to him. So we did a meet and greet. We've seen them, I'd say, at least 13 times. Um, they were popular in the 80s. They now do, I mean, they're on a tour, but they'll do like, they've even done fairs, or we've seen them at the Milwaukee Zoo, a balloon festival. So they get around, and we get to get up close and personal and we enjoy them. If you know um, the 80s song Runaway Train, that is Soul Asylum. So I'm just going to continue to glue these things down, and then you'll see those little flowers. I believe those are Paper Studio flowers, and I think they come in handy. It's got the gold and the black and a little bit of glitter, but not messy glitter. So it just adds a little something something to the layout, little eye-catching thing. Tomorrow's layout is going to be of when I was part of a youth group as an adult, and we were taking down a wooden swing set in the backyard. So not quite as maybe exciting as meeting Soul Asylum. However, it'll still be fun and interesting. This layout is actually, the pictures are from September of this year. Tomorrow I'm going back to August of, I believe it's August of last year. Jumping around a little bit. I like to do that. And it works out, I'm looking for the photos that work the best with the sketches. And don't forget, you can adapt your photos for the sketch. So on this right-hand side, I kind of accidentally ordered this 4x4 picture you're going to see in just a moment. It called for 3 4x6 and a 4x5 1/4, maybe. And I looked at it when I was developing it. I developed it at Walgreens, and on the app, it kind of looked like a 4x4, but it said 4x6, so I was confused. But it did come out as a 4x4, and it ends up working perfectly. I mean, like I said, you can adapt these sketches for for your needs and your photos. So there could be a lot of different configurations. You could have used a lot of 3x4s. But in a moment, I'll bring that 4x4 back and show you how I kind of take up that space. Well, the gray 4x6 card there, that's an Ellie Studio piece. So that is just sitting in my stash. And it's going to help me. I did trim it down to I guess it was 5 3/4. It says on the sketch, but so I'm gonna put the photo down, and then I give it a border on the bottom and I overlap it onto the photo on top. And then there's three squares on here, and I actually have to cut them apart. They were all together, but they weren't 4 inches long, tall. So I cut them apart so I could spread them out a little bit. And then because the gray one kind of melts into the background, I should have inked it now that I'm saying this out loud. Could have inked it with some black ink, but I thought, well, it would just put it in the middle because it kind of, you know, it's not the same shade of gray, but it kind of disappears in the background, but that's okay if it's in the middle. But I really should have inked it. I will use my liquid glue to get those stars down. It is just much easier. The ATG adhesive likes to kind of eat or not stick to those flowers. So I think I might, yep, there's my barely art glue that is in my hand that I am using for those flowers. I'm debating getting some more of the scrapbook generation paper. It's really easy to use with these concert layouts. I don't want every concert layout to look the same, but yet just look how different. I mean, that you can make it with different sketches. So I do have some papers left. I just don't have the embellishments. Maybe I'll just have to buy a sheet of embellishments. That would be okay too. All right, I have 49 and Market. It's washi tape that looks like stitching, so I'm going to put that on the page in various places like is on the sketch. Um, on that left side, I have a sticker that says "Love This," and the one all the way to the left says "Big Decision." And then on the right hand side, I have that sticker that says "Celebrate." So I'm getting some words in there. The black one up in the left corner says "Genuine." The one on the right says "Live This Life." And then I pulled out one for the cluster on the right, and you will see me kind of mess around with that. I end up pulling out a shorter one because it fits better in there, and it says "Smile." And then that's going to do it for me. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I hope you have a fabulous day. And please come back and see me again tomorrow for another sketch.